Thank you.
We don't know which number of episodes this is because we've shot a couple and now we don't know how and when and if we will post them. So this show is now called Bunch of Pricks.
When you say shot a couple, what we really mean is we've shot 6.
We're just really unsure about it. So
As Abdullah, Shahrukh, Samir. As.
And see, this is why we don't
but yeah, welcome to another episode, I suppose.
There was something right before we started to me that you wanted to, you said you talk about.
Yeah, so we were both hypothesizing the idea of smoking, and like I was like, bro, the thing is, I get why people smoke. I get why people smoke, and it's like the work break. And like the stress relief and the slight cutting of the edge, I'd much rather that I get the exact same amount of consumption but with caffeine. So like if cigarettes instead of having tobacco had some solid form of caffeine that I could smoke and then I could inhale and I could consume, that would be ideal. Because I don't want to spend like 200-300 rupees on coffee to get my caffeine dose. I want to smoke it in a 20 rupee cigarette. I don't know how much they cost.
You don't know how much they cost, okay.
Frame might look like Shahrukh was God for a second. He levitated and Abdullah could fix his chair.
But on that note, I think फिर क्या हो तुम्हें alternatives चाहिए?
Like if there was a cigarette but instead of tobacco it had solid caffeine. Like I could do smoke.
Yeah.
Like caffeine.
You could get coffee flavored vape.
Yeah, but that still has like nicotine. I mean, replace the nicotine altogether with caffeine.
Why do you want to replace the nicotine?
So
I feel like the nicotine is the least harmful part of the sutta.
I think generally when people talk about कि अगर सुट्टे में ये नहीं होगा तो मैं नहीं पीऊँगा, ये नहीं होगा तो मैं नहीं पीऊँगा, ये नहीं हो. So then you're just taking smoke and then blowing it out. Because what's really happening when you're smoking or when you're a smoker is all those fucking dangerous chemicals, they really go inside and fuck your body up. That's what you like, huh? Like, I think that is why people, not what you like in general. That's why people are like, that is what the addiction is and that's why people keep sort of doing it. So when you're taking away all that shit, you're just blowing smoke that's not doing nothing and...
not that I smoke, but I do disagree with that opinion.
No,
Spoken like a true non-smoker, am I right?
I smoke, it's cool. What I'm saying is कि not... उस तरह से मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि मतलब that's what people enjoy, like the misery of it, but I'm saying that is what people are addicted to, and जो अंदर बकचोदी होती है ना आपके वो,
but people are
that's why people stay on to it. So if that's not there, then I don't think people are getting addicted to like cloud of smoke. But then there's shisha, so I don't know.
No, but people are addicted to two things. Like I feel like one is the nicotine itself, which is the physiological addiction that you have, right? Like that's like that's not psychological. That's like your dependency that your body creates.
That's what I'm talking about.
But that's not the tar and the paper and the tobacco that is burning in the cigarette that's harming your lungs. That's just the nicotine itself. So that's why like nicotine gums are effective and stuff, right? Because they give your body the same thing. But like. दूसरा thing though is I feel like there is an oral fixation element, and I think like a lot of people who smoke often like have like you develop it, right? Like the constant habit of like putting something in your mouth and sucking on it. That wasn't innuendo, I swear. And like I feel like vapes are an effective tool of like maybe perhaps, but like I guess it's you can't quit that, right? Because then you get addicted to vapes, which is
it's just a cycle.
But it's less harmful to be addicted to vapes, I would say.
You know what's even less harmful related to? Alaska Supreme cigarettes. Now if that was a thing, oof.
But then if they were in cigarette form, then
no, like they are just rolled. Like it's the Alaska Supreme.
Coffee beans.
If there's an Alaska Supreme Dunkin' Donuts, make an Alaska Supreme flavored cigarette, I'll have it. Like Alaska Supreme flavored anything I will have.
I like how like now there are other franchises that you could have said that to, and like they would probably do a better job at it.
No.
But us Pakistanis, we know our lips. I'm like, यार तू Dunkin से ही कह देते हैं. Like और तू कोई सुनेगा नहीं.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, dude, you know what you should do? Yeah, you know Baloch Ice Cream?
Yeah. Oh, I love Baloch Ice Cream.
Listen. But have you had the cold coffee?
Yeah.
Dude, it is so good.
Yeah. It is really good.
It is so good. Oh, it is so good.
Damn, now I want to go to Baloch Ice Cream. You want afterward? You guys want to go to Baloch Ice Cream?
Let's go to Baloch because you guys have work.
Oh.
But Huzaifa, you want to go?
Oh, I can text someone to get us cold coffee, but by the time it'll get here, it'll probably
be warm coffee.
Yeah.
Would you guys just...
You could put it in the fridge for a while and then drink it.
Just bring it for us, fuckers.
Why would I come back?
That's it's fair enough. It's cool. I mean, it's like today we get all the jokes, ठीक है, लेकिन the nature of this job is कि कहीं लोग की shift होगी फिर हम लोग वही कर रहे हैं.
हाँ लेकिन कल छुट्टी है, कल छुट्टी नहीं है.
कल छुट्टी.
हाँ परसों तो होगा ही नहीं काम. चूतिया.
I have decided to take all the shifts because I love having jokes made on me.
Samir is leaving us.
Yeah, he's going
We're
for
a
another
little
job.
bit upset about it.
Are we announcing this? Okay.
I mean, we'll have to.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
guess.
But you won't see him around in videos as much.
as much. But I saw I'm not leaving permanently.
भाई हमने पिछली बार बात की थी, I think music लेकिन मतलब अपलोड ही नहीं की. तुम्हारे घर है म्यूजिक की बात?
चलो बढ़िया.
बात क्या थी?
What kind of music do you listen to?
Right. Okay. Right. Should I start?
I think मेरी नहीं हमारे वर्जन में है ना, ठीक है. हाँ. See, we don't know, we're not sure. सही है. Let's let it go. Let's talk about art. What kind of art you are enjoying?
Oh, motherfucker, that's a good question.
ऐसे मैंने ना जल्दी से वेट कर दिया आगे जब उसकी मर्जी है जो जवाब देना चाहे.
But what?
Choose any art form.
Okay, so I love
Like favorite art
I love performance art. I am huh?
You would.
Yeah, I did degree. But I love watching like stand-up comics, dancers, anything that people have the courage to go up on stage and do. I will watch slam poetry, anything I will love to watch. That is not to say I don't enjoy the form of art. I enjoy visual artistry, I enjoy digital artistry, I enjoy fucking experimental artistry. I recently saw like a theater show where they had partnered with a restaurant nearby, like a local restaurant, and they were like, "ये हमारा show है." Conceptualize a dish around it.
ये हमारा शो है.
हाँ.
ये हम हैं. ये recording हो रही है.
नहीं बताया क्या हो रहा है?
Yeah, so they then got an audience in to वही show का, and then but before the show started, they served the audience like amuse bouches, like tasters, and they like smell it, taste it. It'll set you in the mood for our show.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then leaving, they were like, "Here's dessert." Based on the show again.
Oh,
so
damn.
this is like a leaving taste note.
That's pretty cool.
So it's a theory that like they will not only remember your show through the sound and sight of what
But
they
through
saw,
the taste
but also
of it.
taste as well.
Damn.
That's pretty cool.
Damn.
That is pretty cool. We might do that.
Recently, I was at another open mic. Apart from the ones that we do, the called Goon sessions, I was at one that was happening in Gulshan, not in Defense and Gulshan. Surprise, motherfuckers.
I was also there for a little while.
The greatest thing about that was there were a couple of dancers that did some things, but I want to talk about them later. There was this one dude, he did live graffiti, and that was just incredible. I think
Give a shout out.
yeah, Talha Ansari. I talk about him a lot in my podcast also. Talha Ansari, you guys gotta go check him out. He does some crazy stuff. उसके Insta handle है Talha Car. उसका Facebook page है Talha Car the creator.
It was really cool.
Huh, but what really happened was I want to talk about it. He had a lot of fucking spray cans, and he told all of us to do some random shit on the wall, and then he had to sort of incorporate that into his art. We all did that shit, and it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. But then he took all of those squiggly lines and all that shit, and it turned into the fucking galaxy. It was fucking insane, bro.
It was all being done over like a lo-fi soundtrack of Master Oogway talking to Po from Kung Fu Panda.
No way.
It was harami, bro. It was
That is
genuinely-
so cool.
It set the whole tone. I'm like, yeah, it's the best.
Speaking of
thing
Kung Fu
ever.
Panda, by the way, it's one of my favorite all-time movies.
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda is pretty
Huge
cool.
fan.
Yeah.
But your time, yo, तुम बताओ इसी सवाल का जवाब.
What's the question? कौन सा art form?
What- yeah,
कौन सा
what-
art form generally?
अच्छा.
It's like-
Yeah, I would say loosely film, but more specifically narrative building generally. So like I feel like anything that involves a story is something that I truly enjoy. Like I think people's thoughts are what I find most interesting. Like I don't know if you guys are familiar with like Richard Linklater films like the Before trilogy and like Bollywood movies like that.
Yeah.
And like I feel like that is something that I find genuinely so attractive. Like, and it doesn't have to be like something that's constantly stimulating. But I really enjoy like realness in art. So like, you know, like depictions of everyday life that are, they may not have to be accurate to like experience or like relatable to me in terms of like my experiences, like things I've done. But as long as they seem authentic and real, I feel like that is such a hard thing to capture that when you see it happen, I feel like it's so good. Like
Yeah.
I really like watching that come to life, and I think that's probably I'd say film is probably what I'd say my favorite art
That
form.
kind of translates into your work as well. जिसको भी थोड़ा बहुत introduce कर देते हैं. Abdullah Quresh adopted a short film recently, and then he wrote the extended screenplay for it, and it was amazing. We didn't get a chance to shoot it yet because काम आ गया अभी.
I don't think it's amazing yet.
It's in
It's
production.
alright,
It's
like,
in the
I
middle of production.
I also
Abdullah
like
पीछे से इशारे कर रहे हैं. हाँ, Abdullah Alvi had the concept. मैंने सीधे बोला
To be
extended.
fair, I would like to say I did help Abdullah write the initial concept also. So I feel like I have some credit there. Abdullah Alvi denies that, but no, Abdullah Alvi was the idea, and I think I think he had to do it in like a minute or 2 minutes, and then we had more time, so I could go crazy with it a little bit. But it's cool. I hope we can do it soon.
Yeah, to slightly move on or segue, if for the camera watchers, if you've watched me slightly look off screen a couple of times, it's because our cameraman has turned around, gone onto his computer and started playing a video game.
तो तेरा podcast bitch में लोग दो.
By the way, guys, this is a good
He
story.
opened his computer and he started playing a video game.
It's a good story. Huzaifa, whom you all know, was at work one day, and he decided to take a 3-hour lunch break, in which he first had lunch, finished that lunch, then started a movie, went 75% into the movie, at which point we were like, Huzaifa, can you finish the work that you were supposed to do? And he turns around and says, what was it?
So it was like a dead face, and he's really serious about it. And I was also kind of serious. I was a little annoyed. I was like, "Huzaifa, yaar bro, क्या कर रहा है? सब काम करने का भी देर
He
से."
paused very heavily.
तो क्या मैं फिल्म बीच में रोक दूं?
And he had seen it before.
He went right back.
He had seen it before.
No,
He went back to the movie. He did not work until the movie finished.
He said this, did not even wait for a reply, went back to the movie.
More hostile than it was.
The mic is not there.
No.
Why are you speaking into the camera?
And also, for all the camera watchers, our cameraman has gotten back up from his video game and has now come to us.
Only for this moment.
They're not lying, it happened. But like,
अभी फ्रेम में नहीं हो।
हाँ मैं फ्रेम में होने मैं माइक के करीब होने
तो पीछे आ जाओ.
देखो ये लोग जिस तरह बोल रहे हैं तकरीबन उसी तरह हुआ था हाँ लेकिन ये लोग जिस तरह बोल रहे हैं तकरीबन उसी तरह हुआ था लेकिन इतना हॉस्टाइल था और इट्स नॉट 3 घंटे की लंच ब्रेक इट वाज लाइक 1 घंटा मैंने पूरा कर लिया था खाना खा लिया था एंड आई वाज लाइक 15-20 मिनट और मूवी में बाकी एक क्यों ना खत्म कर लूं मैं तो शाहरुख ने बोला ओ काम खत्म कर लो काम आई था लेकिन लाइक इट वाजंट लाइक इमीडिएट तो जो बोला काम करो मैंने बोला तो मैं क्या फिल्म बीच में रोक दूं एंड फिर एवरीबॉडी गॉट मैड आई डोंट नो
I don't think we got mad उस वक्त. We just fucking laughed उस वक्त.
nobody really got mad
हाँ हम उसके बाद से बस हंस ही रहे हैं जब.
अब क्या कर सकते हैं?
and I also finished the work
To all the
Yes,
audio
great.
listeners, to all the audio, our cameraman got up, sat in front of the camera where no one could tell where he
Fell
was in the
in
frame,
front of the
fell in front of the camera, started justifying, and then just got up and left. And I'm pretty sure in about 5 minutes he's gonna go back to his video game.
I think 5 is a lot more.
Yeah, he's just gotten go back to his video game. He just went back. Oh man.
And you know what's also funny about Huzaifa is that while he's playing the video game, he needs white noise. So he puts on How I Met Your Mother on his phone and just puts it there. So all he's hearing is the audio of How I Met Your Mother and he's playing his game.
I've never heard anyone do that. I've never heard anyone take
So, you know that kind of works. Like, have you guys ever tried? Like, have you ever played like what's the
Candy
name?
Crush.
Candy Crush. I
Crush?
sleep on
That's
white
not the name of it, right?
Candy Crush.
I also sleep on white noise. But like, have you ever tried playing one of those like Candy Crush type of like 2-0? You know those random games where you just have to like solve a puzzle
Yeah,
or like do. It really helps if you're doing something else and you're doing this with it. Because for some reason I feel like subconsciously it becomes easier to like look at patterns and like keep doing those things versus like consciously like like putting in the effort of like.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's more.
At least for me that's how it works. Like I feel like if I'm distracted almost then it's easier
So
for me.
that's the thing for me where subconsciously I feel like it goes way more smoother.
Yeah.
But consciously I'm thinking I might have missed some things that I just didn't see at all because I'm in my subconscious.
But that's a game, so it doesn't matter. Obviously
Yeah.
at work it's not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
The extent of my gaming is pretty much playing stick cricket on my phone, and I think I kind of relate because sometimes I used to play it like just sitting idle, and then मेरे रात को जब कुछ मूवी भी देख लगाई हुई है कुछ सोने के लिए, like मुझे उस वक्त भी कभी कभार खेलना होता है, honestly अलग ही थ्रिल है ना उस टाइम पे. Like I don't want to miss the movie, but मेरे को हर बॉल पे 6 चाहिए, like
Yeah.
Yeah, I realized this by playing this football game called Score Hero during class while I was at IB, and it was the best. It's actually crazy because I would play it in class and I would do so well at it. I would kick ass, but then I'd go home and play it and I would suck. I don't know why. Like it's like every time like the teacher's talking and like background mein kuch na kuch chal raha hai and I'm playing my game and like oh so good.
I think it's a generational thing because since like we were born, you've been consuming so much information at the exact same time, like everywhere, like whether it be road signs, whether it be digital technology, whether it be anything, we've been consuming information here from constantly. So I think we need to consume that information to feel at ease or to like focus on
That's
tasks
interesting.
better.
So I think we're also a generation where like we can't eat without like something in front of us.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
And I think all of us at the office here, like if we like order food or we're eating food, either we're eating it together and then we're talking while eating, or we're gonna like put something on like a laptop or a phone or something and watch it while eating.
Yeah,
and I feel like that constant stimulation is like it's kind of weird because what did people do before? Like listen
So
to the
my
freaking
parents-
radio?
My parents like will have lunch together in silence and they'll just be eating and I'll be like,
But together in silence is still okay though. Like I feel like I can't eat alone in silence and nothing. Like I can't just
Yeah,
put
I
on the table and
just
just eat.
Just
that's never happened.
That's weird. Right?
Something interesting you said like about just the way we consume information, any kind of information, even if we're studying and all right now. And I think it's I haven't been in like an educational wo in a long time, so I'm not sure how it would go.
Did
But
you just
every
get your
time,
photography diploma?
Yeah,
That's-
Shahrukh graduated
Yeah,
yesterday.
he got his photography diploma.
in Comic Sans.
Comic Sans.
the fucking certificate is in Comic Sans. I don't get it. But I don't get it. But khair, सही है design choices. नहीं but मैं क्या कह रहा था कि generally like every time I've tried to pick up a book now and like हाँ ठीक है नहीं पढ़ता मैं books सही है इतनी ज़्यादा लेकिन just when I'm trying to do that मुझसे नहीं हो पाता like just reading a book or just going through like a PDF without anything else going on in the background or without any other source of information also plugged I don't think I can do that now like मैं गाना सुनते हुए book पढ़ सकता हूँ which is so fucking weird to think about but अगर गाना नहीं चल रहा है I probably can't look at text and comprehend.
I can't do that.
Achha, I'm realizing now, this thing I could do that before O levels. Before O levels, I could just do one thing purely, like read a book or like read a play or like read comics. I could just do that one thing.
Yeah.
But in A levels, I started multitasking a lot. Like I'd be here like in society, I'd be studying, I'd be doing this, I'd be doing that. In university, all these other I was trying to manage my studies with everything I was doing, trying to do internships here and there, and that sort of created this always busy feel in the sense that I need to do this, need to do this, need to do this. There's also in the back of my head, yeah. So when I try to relax, it never happens because I can't make that huge of a jump in vibe.
Yeah.
So I always need something along with that one thing to be multitasking.
I've also found this one other thing which you can do with any task, and I think it makes that task really good, and you get quite relaxed and you have fun.
Party?
Yeah, you will giggle sometimes and just have a good time doing whatever you are doing.
What?
This is I'll tell you later.
I think it's party.
Well, that's true. Because
What?
everything that you do
Yeah.
while you're doing potty is so good.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
whether it-
yes!
The amount of reading I get done on the toilet, oh my god. Like I will finish, like you know those Atlantic articles which are like 4 pages long?
Yeah.
I will finish those sitting on the pot and I can't do it while I'm just sitting in bed.
Shahrukh is unmiked for all the audio listeners. I think
Shahrukh is unmiked, Shahrukh is leaving the podcast.
Bathroom talk. I am out of here.
Oh, it's not
not bathroom
I'm
talk.
doing the one.
Well, if you had to talk in the bathroom, it would happen faster.
Hello, I'm Shahrukh. Hey, cameraman, you want to join in?
About potty talk, hell yeah.
Alright. I feel like you are a pro at this.
Okay, bathroom thing I totally agree with. Cause wait, should we not talk about bathroom stuff?
Well, it was little bit bathroom stuff. but-
Okay, let's use code.
Oh, it's
at the beach.
Yeah, it's mainly when I'm at the beach. Exams के लिए क्या पढ़ाई होती है बीच पे?
अच्छा नहीं, I can't do पढ़ाई.
Okay,
I can only do fun stuff.
Okay, पढ़ाई
when I
goes
have to
so
do, I do it.
fast.
When I'm like cramming stuff the night before, and I have to like also go to the beach.
Yeah, basically that's the
That's
time.
actually- that's
I don't
actually-
specifically go to the beach to study.
If the morning before an exam, I have to go to the beach. Then I guess I have
If
to
the
study
beach
at the
is
beach.
calling while I'm studying, I will go to the beach.
Yeah, I get that.
No, but for me, the beach is a break from the studying though. Like I can't, like if I have to go to the beach, then that's like, oh, fit. Then I'm just gonna go, like do some other stuff.
I read a lot of comics on the beach.
I've also read a lot of comics on the
That's
beach.
true. That's a good one.
Comics on the beach.
Abdullah Alvi has also been to the beach a few times.
Sometimes I will go to the beach and drive home, but on the rasta home, I think I have to go to the beach again. And I'm like, second round, baby.
That's me every morning, bro. But no, what we were talking about though, like I feel like
Yeah?
okay, what we were talking about, I feel like for me it's also like the idea of, so like okay, like you know when you're reading a book, like I can have music playing in the background but I can't have lyrics, like because then the lyrics I confuse with the stuff that because every time I'm listening to music I'm also singing it. Like I don't ever listen to music and not sing along. Even if I don't know it, first time I'm hearing it, I will still try to like
this
get
happens
the
to me
lyrics right.
Abdullah, don't you dare! They are at boss level.
For every audio listeners, our intern has just sat in our cameraman's computer and playing his video game. I'm sorry.
Intern किया?
Sorry, our AD has just sat in our cameraman's computer. But there's a thing when I listen to music while studying, while doing the exam, I will then think of the song that I was listening to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like I think of that vibe and I'm like,
that's true.
I could study while listening to music.
Oh, so I could do something like I could do math while listening to music.
Yeah.
Because the math isn't words, right? So like even if I'm listening to words in the background, I can still do the math. But I can't like read.
Yeah, literature like I can't do.
With math, I watch shows. Like जैसे इधर मैं white noise रखता हूँ ना, वैसे कभी अगर मैं white noise side पे रखता था, I would do my math.
Right.
I do geography music. It's really fun.
Geography music.
Yeah, geography is really fun with music.
Platonic plates. मैंने platonic. मैंने tectonic. No, I know it. Wait, don't tell me.
Gin and tonic.
Is it? It's not.
Tectonic.
So I said it right. No,
you said tectonic. It's tectonic.
It's tectonic.
So what I said.
Tectonic.
I said platonic plates. Oh, friendship look.
Platonic plates.
कितना टाइम?
23 मिनट.
नहीं मेरा मतलब लाइक रिकॉर्डिंग का कितना टाइम बाकी है?
23 मिनट बाकी है?
नहीं हो गए.
नहीं क्योंकि वो लिमिटेड टाइम रिकॉर्ड कर सकता है ना.
7 minutes.
Yeah, ठीक है सीन और 7 मिनट कुछ बात कर लेते हैं.
Okay. Platonic plates. Wait. I have topic.
What are your favorite childhood books?
Oh, so I used
Sherlock
to. This is
Really interesting one.
The genuine thing, I used to read a lot of Shakespeare when I was a kid.
Same, dude.
Yeah.
It's weird actually.
Yeah.
Because I never wanted to actively read it. I just have.
Yeah.
I don't know at what point I made the conscious decision to read Shakespeare.
I think this is a script writer thing. Because I love reading scripts. Like in
the format of reading plays, I love that. It's so much better than books because the pages you can flip faster because there's less text.
Oh yeah.
So like
it's like book with cheat codes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
Have you read Fantastic Mr. Fox?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so it's written as a screenplay. So it is.
Oh, I never realized that.
Yeah, and it's really.
What's your favorite Shakespeare play?
Favorite Shakespeare?
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Interesting
It's
choice.
really not. I just know that once.
No, for me it's Julius Caesar.
So I was going to see either Caesar.
Next
Yeah, I was going to see either Caesar and Macbeth. Purely because
Macbeth is the first one I read. By the way. Macbeth the first and
Macbeth is probably
double toil and trouble. Cauldron burn. What bubble? What is
I
it?
don't know what that
Fire
is.
burn
Fuck
and
that
cauldron
shit I
bubble.
read in class
Yeah,
7.
I still remember that stuff.
I remember thinking that I was like, whoa, what is happening?
I auditioned for Macbeth play and I didn't get it, but I still remember the lines.
Damn, that's a commitment.
It was like 7th
How
grade.
art thou, Macbeth?
That's actually
I was in the Urdu play that year and I played Lallu.
Lallu.
Yeah, there was a play called Lallu and Birbal.
And you were Lallu?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
At standing
Lallu
in a banyan
Prasad.
pretending to feel cold.
I was in a play called Peter and the Star Catcher. I was Peter.
I was in that also. I was not Peter. I was first Mrs. Bumbrick, but then I got switched to Ted.
I think we are on our last 50 seconds.
Alright, bye bye guys, we're out of time today.
That's for
See you
another
tomorrow.
time.
Okay.
Let's go to the beach.
Let's get away.
Guys, we're kind of out of time now, but we'll see you again, and hopefully this one will be uploaded.
Yeah.
So,
We've been
have a good one. Please comment, topics that you might find
Subscribe.
interesting, you wanna talk about. If you have brands that want to sponsor us, that's always welcome.
We are a bunch of pricks.
Subscribe.